ScribbleTalks, episode 12. I'm here with my guest, Natalia Blackthorn. She is based in Podgorica, Montenegro. Natalia, how are you?
Hi, I'm great, thank you.
Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. I know that we have about a 6 or 7 hour time difference, but again, thank you so much for joining me. I know that you dabble in animation and also painting, but what other mediums of art do you enjoy?
I do a lot of things. I write a book. I'm made illustrations for my book and other books. I make videos. I like director.
Okay.
I wrote scripts. I draw, made illustrations, and made animations.
All right. Well, there's a lot there, and of course, I don't see all that on your page, but I would love to see more of that. So if we can talk about some of those after the interview, that'd be great. Tell me a little bit about the art scene in the city in which you live. Like, how is it there?
Everything is great with it. There are a lot of artists, and it's not a really big city, but there and in another big country, big cities in Montenegro, there are a lot of museums, and every week start some exhibitions, and every artist can explore themselves. Artist, painter, photographer, everything you do, you can show it. And you can make exhibitions in Serbia and in Bosnia, and you will be welcome. It's very great.
That's great. So many opportunities to showcase art and make those connections and reach wide audiences throughout the countries there.
Yes.
Obviously, you do a lot of art, but going back a few years, was there ever a defining moment in your life where you just realized, wow, I really, really love to create?
It was a very long path for me because in my childhood I didn't go to some creative schools, don't have the way to make something creative. And I just was with myself, and I created stories in my head and tried to write something, but not so much ways was for me. And I graduated school and university, but and when I was 25, I went to another city. I want to be a director, and I study director. But I was too young, and I do a lot of mistakes, and I just found not creative job, but I really want to do something. I want to, all my life, I want to speak with world and speak about myself, and want to tell my stories a lot of my head.
Right.
And I went to learn illustration, animation, directing, screenwriting, and now I want to try all the ways to show myself.
Right. Now, so let's talk about this. So you went to school, you wanted to be a director, a film director, but you're saying that you were too young. Too young as in like with experience or skills? What was it that kind of prevented you from going that route further?
I just, it's all because I have ADHD, and I know about it now.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was young and when I was child, I don't know about it. In my country, it's nobody knows about it, and I have a problem with it. It's and I didn't know what to do with it. I try different things, and I never can to focus on something one.
Got it.
And
Got it.
that's why I just lose opportunity to make something.
Okay, I understand, and I understand that your stance as well. And people didn't know a lot about it, especially in other countries. They didn't really know how to diagnose it in younger teens or children. But would you say now that you have a better understanding and a better control of how to navigate that situation?
Yes, yes. Now I really try to do something with it, and I can. It's my problem, but I want to make it my power.
That's right. That's right. And that's a great take. Thank you for saying that. I want to go back a little bit further. You mentioned that you're working on writing a book, I believe you said. How close are you to finishing that book, or is it much longer term process?
We wrote our first book with my girlfriend,
Okay.
and it was the first book was take like 2 months, I think. We was very focused on it.
Okay.
We published it in December.
Okay.
And with my illustration on the cover. It's a lot for me, a big thing for me. And now we finished the second book. It's take more time, and it will be in October.
October. Okay, excellent. Can you tell me and the audience a little bit about the book? I kind of like a little bit of what it's about and the direction that you two took to produce it or create it?
Our first book, it's a story about a guy who pop star, and he fell in love with his bodyguard, and yeah, but they can be together because LGBTQ plus people can just be together with somebody, especially that famous person. And a story about how queer people must hide his personality, his feelings, and a story about mental problems, about abuse, and other problems.
Okay, and what's
not a fairy tale, you know.
Oh no, I understand, but it sounds like a great storyline. A lot of the subject matter is going on around the world. I know how it is here in the States, but how is it in the country where you live, in Montenegro?
In Montenegro, it's great.
More accepted?
Yes, it was pride here, and laws against discrimination. There, couples can marry.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and it's just in country when I was born, it's not like this. It's very homophobic country, and it's why I wrote about this. I can marry in my country and marry with my girlfriend in my country. Now I can live with my girlfriend in my country. That's why it's a big problem, and I wanted to speak about this problem.
Oh, absolutely. Would you say a lot of your stories are based on your own personal life, or are they based on other people that you know?
I think it's a mix. It's a mix because I never was a pop star, but I know what it's mean when you hide you from everybody. No, it's like this.
Right, hiding like the intimacy in the relationship and from friends and family. Yes, there's a lot to discuss.
Yeah.
I don't know if I asked you this, but what was the name of the first book?
Act Nice.
Act Nice?
Yes.
Okay. And then what's going to be the name of the second one that releases?
We don't know now. We work on it.
Okay.
It's It's a big deal. I thought it's a big
Okay.
deal.
My next question is, I noticed on your captions and even in some of your messaging, you would write, and I'm going to quote this because I don't want to get it, I don't want to mess it up, but you write, "Hello, sunshine. I hope this message finds you all in good spirits." So what started that messaging for you?
Um, when I was young, when I was child, I was really lonely and I had nobody to speak with. And now I just try to speak to myself, to my inner child, and with inner child of everybody who looks at my arts. And I want to make this mood of private conversation heart to heart. I
Okay.
hope it works.
Okay. In doing that, can you recall any specific examples where your interactions with people have been very pleasant? Like you remember those experiences?
Mm, um,
Not,
I
not
little,
that you can recall? Okay. Is there a type of medium that you enjoy working with the most?
uh, it's my problem that today I want to draw uh, watercolor illustration. Other day I want animated. I want to make videos, and I really love all of this.
Right.
And very long videos on YouTube. That's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like hour on 2 hour or 10 hour loop animation.
Mm-hmm.
It's for calm mood when you watch
Right.
it. It's what I like and what I want to do, but no, I don't have. I don't do music, and
Mm.
I can't do this right now. But I want to do it in future.
Okay. Is there one medium that you feel is a lot easier than the others?
No, no, it's all need to be focused.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do this great, you need to focus. You need a lot of practice, and it's always a little problem for me.
What has art taught you about yourself and life thus far?
Uh, I think the most important is to be kind to yourself, to be kind to another people. It was hit me. When I read book by Kurt Vonnegut. It's an American writer, and it was very big thoughts. And in the end was a phrase, "Damn, you should be kind." And it's so many in this phrase because life not easy. Life can be very hard and can hit you very hard, and we should be kind to each other. We should be kind to ourselves because we all just live on this planet. We was born from the same way, and
Right.
that's why we should read. We all should read books, a lot of books. You live your own life, but when you read, you can live 1,000 lives, and you can understand other people.
That's right.
You can understand their feelings, their thoughts, their motivations, and I think and it's teach you to be kind. And for example, if you see somebody's arts and if you don't like it, just go away. If you like it, say that you like it.
Right.
Say something good. If you can't, just go away. Don't be rude people. Don't be a rude person.
Right.
Never wrote something bad.
I love your answer. It's definitely something that I try to stick by as well, being kind. And I do agree with you, reading and just different interactions with others builds perspectives. And that's the quickest way to learn about other people and other cultures, everything. Do you have two artists that inspire you right now?
Yes, the first is Paulina Siniatkina. She lives in Amsterdam right now. She's a very talented artist. She makes great things. I was her model for 6 months. I was her model. I was her model, and it was a great experience for me. And she artist, and after she got over tuberculosis, she became an activist, and she very kind, very strong young woman. She does a lot of things for other people. She helps people with tuberculosis in all over the world.
Oh, wow.
Yes, she very great person. Inspired me because it's when I tried to find the way to live with my disease, I remember about her, and if she can, I can too.
Right. My last question for you is, besides the book that you mentioned coming out in December, are there any other big projects that you're working on this year?
I want to make an animated video about my experience with insomnia, because I have a very big problem with it. I can lay in my bed in 5 hours, 6 hours without sleep, and I want to make something about it, how I feel it, how I go through it. And I know so many people have problem with it, and I just want to say to him, hi, you're not alone. Yes,
Okay.
we have problems with it.
Do you have I guess, do you have like a goal of when you'd want to finish that project, or?
Couple months, I think, because it will be the first my really big project. Like I don't know timing, but take a lot of time for animation, because I never do something big like this.
Okay. All right. Is there anything you'd like to say to the world? It could be advice, it could be anything you want to say to people.
Please just be kind to yourself and to other people. It's very important. We're there just to help each other, to live our lives.
All right, that's it. That's it. You heard it here. Be kind. You never know what people are going through. That is the running motto for 2023.
Yeah.
Natalia, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for your transparency and your answers. I just have a lot of respect for you and what you've been through, and you're continuing to power through, create art, and also you have a message in everything that you create. You have a message there, and I think that's very important. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I was very happy.
Thank you. Well, that's ScribbleTalks episode 12. See you all soon.